Dynamic routing is a mechanism through which routing information is exchanged between routers to determine the optimal path between network devices. A routing protocol is used to identify and announce network paths. A dynamic routing protocol allows the routers to automatically learn about remote networks, including a default route, from other routers. If there is a change in the network topology, routers share this information using the dynamic routing protocol and automatically update their routing tables. Dynamic routes automatically discover remote networks, maintain up-to-date information, choose the best path to the destination, find new best paths when there is a topology change. Dynamic routing can also share static default routes with the other routers. Dynamic routing protocols include OSPF and Enhanced Interior Gateway Routing Protocol, or EIGRP. The figure shows an example of routers R1 and R2 automatically sharing network information using the routing protocol OSPF. Introduction to an IPv4 routing table. The show IP route privilege XC mode command is used to view the IPv4 routing table on a Cisco iOS router. The example shows the IPv4 routing table of router 1. At the beginning of each routing table entry is a code that is used to identify the type of route or how the route was learned. Common route sources or codes include these. L is directly connected local interface IP address. C is directly connected network. S is static route was manually configured by an administrator. O is OSPF. And D is IEGRP. In this example, at the top of the output are letter codes that indicate how each network, aka route, was learned. This is referred to as the route source. Underneath that we can see the routing table entries. This represents all the networks that one knows about and the best way to reach them. This command shows types of routes. Directly connected are the C and L. Remote routes are the O, D, and etc. Default routes is the S with the asterisk. A directly connected route is automatically created when a router interface is configured with IP address information and is activated. The router adds two route entries with the codes C and L. The route entries also identify the exit interface to use to reach the network. The two directly connected networks in this example are 192.168.10.0/24 and 209.165.200.224/30. Router R1 and R2 are also using the OSPF dynamic routing protocol to exchange router information. In the example routing table, R1 has a route entry for the 10.1.1.0/24 network that it learned dynamically from router 2 via the OSPF routing protocol. A default route has a network address of all zones. For example, the IPv4 network address is 0.0.0.0. A static route entry in the routing table begins with a code of S**, as highlighted in the example.